everyone. I may have to edit this. Okay, so you cannot make this shit up. Just as I was about to go live and start talking, I got one little flash in my electricity. My power went out. Now, I believe that this is fourth level responsibility. Life is happening as me, that I am source and cause of it all. And I started looking at like, how did I source this right now? Well, this is the truth, okay? And I know this is a total side swipe, but my coach, she stretched me to do a live event this Friday. And of course, my mind defaulted to there isn't enough time. I can't do that. Like all the mechanisms of why I couldn't make that happen this Friday. And so I was just like, you know what? F it. I'm doing it anyways. I am creating something. And just as I was about to come on, what happened? Boom, shut down everything. And I realized, okay, I am sometimes attached to the results. And I don't know if this is you too, where you get attached to the way it should be. Like I had a mental plan of how I was going to do this live, and the universe had something else for me to show up. But it's so interesting, right? When we can just let go of the attachment and show up. So anyways, that is aside. I know it says that I've been going live for 5 minutes. So if you are, I'm going to have somebody come and edit this video. But I titled this, Have You Given Up on Your Vision? And this weekend, my daughters and I had an opportunity to do a vision board with the amazing Deb Sluys and a bunch of people that were in the room. And of course, my daughters, they're 12 and 14. They were like, really, Mom, do we have to do this? This is boring. Teenagers don't do this stuff. And I could hear my teenage self coming out through them, right? Like, oh, do I have to do this? Kind of like the masterclass. Oh, do I have to do this? I don't want to do it, blah, 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 all of that stuff, right? So we showed up and we had the most extraordinary time. My daughters were creating a vision that wasn't just like a dream or a pipe dream or like wishing that could happen. They were really putting themselves in the situation of this is possible and I can cause this. I can create this to happen. My oldest daughter was talking about going to university and what she was going to take in university and where she was going to travel and where she wanted to live. And it was just very clear. She also asked that we all asked the question, like, who do I want to be? Her vision board was very bougie. She had Chanel and Louis Vuitton and Fendi and all of these things on her vision board. My thought was, oh, geez, you better have a really good job to live that kind of a lifestyle. And I remember somebody said, man, you're going to marry a rich man, aren't you? And my daughter, without skipping a beat, she's like, or I'll just be rich. I was like, yes, okay, yes. I am creating this by my way of being, showing up powerfully for my daughters. So we had this vision board experience. It was really amazing. And then it got me thinking, and I want to just share something with you. I'm going to try and share my screen with you. I've never done this before. So, just be patient with me for a moment as I get this set up. Okay, let me expand this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me see. No, that is not what I am sharing. This is like a total tech breakdown. Let me see. One of my clients, Claire, is a genius. She is, she knows all about this tech stuff. I should have had a call with her. It doesn't look like it's going to share the way that I want it to, and that's okay. I'm just going to talk about it. So when I do a vision board, I focus on health in the center. And in the middle, right, is like, if we don't have our health, what do we really have? And then on the outside of the vision board is different areas of life. Now, I'm going to share what these areas of life are. And I want you, when you're thinking about this, to think about the one area of your life right now that needs your attention, that one area that has flat tires. So in the top left corner, I don't know if it's backwards, but, think of a clock. I don't know if it's reflecting backwards, but think of a clock. In the top left-hand corner is wealth and blessings. And then in the middle is fame, reputation, love and partnership, creativity, new ideas, helpers and travel, career, life path, jobs, hobbies. And then there's the self cultivation, the knowledge, the opportunities, the insight, intuition, spiritual guidance. And then there is your health, your family, your inner circle, your friends. Now, if you think of that as kind of like the wheel of life, your vision, what area is really important for you to take on in your life right now? What is the one area that you're like, man, if I really had like love or a partnership, that would just light me up. That would really help me to just be the best version of myself, to step into a new way of being. Maybe for you, health is your one priority. You're like, man, I got this business thing, this relationship, but health, I am putting myself on the back burner. I am skipping meals. I am doing everything except taking care of myself. Maybe that is the one area that you're like, oh, but I don't even want to look at it, Tina. I don't even want to take that on. It's too much work. Just like my daughters, when they're like, oh, I don't want to do a vision board. It's too much work. But what is that one thing for you? Now, if you can, just write down that one thing. Write down the one thing that you know would make a difference in your life. If you had this one thing, it would just completely light up your world. Okay. Maybe it's a thriving business. Maybe it is going to a spiritual retreat. Maybe it's going on vacation alone. I don't know what that area is that you would want to take on, but I want you to ask yourself this question. Do you really believe that it's possible to have this? Or are you thinking about this area as it's a pipe dream? It's a wish, like, oh, I wish I could be fitter. I wish I could have a thriving business. I wish I could find that love of my life. Or is it a burning desire? I feel like the energetics are very different. When we wish for something, we think it's outside of ourselves. When we want something, when we're like really, really like, I want this more than anything right now, then it becomes a burning desire. When we move from wishing to wanting, there's this space that opens up where we get to really step into this is possible for me. Now, I'm not saying that taking this on is easy. Taking on the one thing in your life that maybe you've been stepping over, maybe you've been avoiding. For me, I share this all the time. The one area of life, like the top right hand corner, is love and relationships. My story is I don't have time for that. I'm building a business. I'm a single mom. I'm taking on my health. I don't have time for that. But then I realize that taking on that one area is going to help me become the best version of myself. I'm really going to let go of the attachment of the way that I think things should be. I'm going to let go of the past. I'm going to fully step into the future. Even though it's stretchy, even though it's scary, I can see that what would it be like if this actually happened in my life? What would it be like if I actually allowed intimacy and love in and I shared what I'm up to with somebody else? What would that be like? I'm like, oh, that's scary AF. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. It doesn't matter. We don't need to know the how or the mechanisms. We just get to be real straight with ourselves and be aware enough to see, okay, this is actually the area that's a little flat. And don't worry about how to get it pumped back up, right? That's the mechanism. It's not the mechanisms, it's the being, but it's the willingness to be able to just look at it. Look at it and just like hold it in the hands and just say, okay, if this were really possible, what would open up as a result? So this Friday, I am doing a live interactive workshop. What I would love to do is help you explore this one area. Create a vision of what's really possible in this area and look at other areas of life that might be impacted by your willingness to take on this area. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to explore what is in the gap. What has you not have that already? This is where I get to go to town and help you uncover the unconscious beliefs, the unconscious intentions that are stopping you. Trust me, we got lots of them. 96 or 94% of what we do is actually unconscious intentions. We're going to bring it into the light so we can see it. And I'm going to help you really create the being that is going to help facilitate this, who you get to be in order to have this work for you? Of course, we're going to talk about the mechanisms. How do you get from where you are to where you want to be? What is the mechanism? Who is the being? And we get to create a real solid vision of what is possible. So if this is something that you're like, okay, Tina, there is an area that I don't even want to look at, I don't even want to explore, and I'm open to. Now, because it's Friday, you don't have a lot of time to think about it. You don't have a lot of time to think about how you don't have the time, how you don't have the resources, how you don't have this, that. You get to just choose. 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to hop into a Zoom room. We're going to have a lot of fun together. We're going to explore. There's nothing to buy. I'm not selling anything. It's just an opportunity for you to take that next action in your life, for you to be the best version of yourself who's going to take the action so that you can have it work in your life. Trust me. The impact, the ripple effect, everybody around you will see it. It will impact other areas of your life. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. And if you can dream it, man, and if you can go from wishing to wanting, everything is possible, and it's going to take something. I started a group coaching program. We're on our third week, and the women in that group are creating like miracles already, decluttering their life, taking on like artists that are sculpting, and freedom fighters that are like being a powerful stand for what's possible in the world. Amazing shifts just in a very short amount of time. Why? Because they went from seeing it as a wish, as a pipe dream, to like, no, this is what I want, and this is what I am creating. So you can do that too. You can do that in one conversation, but you got to choose it. You got to choose you. You got to choose to make yourself a priority. And when you do that, man, the rest is easy. So I would love to hang out with you for a couple hours. I am opening up the room. You have all of me for 2 hours. Let's get creative. Let's explore. Let's just show up being the powerful versions of ourselves. Okay. I am going to share this. Basically, it's like a template. So if you want to create your own vision, if you want to be able to really look at your life as a wheel, I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to give you this resource. I'm going to give you some other resources too, just to make sure that you're supported in your journey moving forward. So I can't see the comments. Hello, whoever is here, and say hi. Let me know. Do you want in? Are you coming? Are you available? Can you make yourself available from 11 a.m. Eastern Friday for about an hour and a half, maybe less, maybe more, depends on how much fun we're having. And I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to see you. I can't wait to contribute to you. Thank you for being here. I'm really sorry about the glitch in the beginning, and not sorry because shit happens and we get to practice our being when shit is happening. So thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you guys. I will talk to you soon. Bye.